Sometimes you just gotta zag. Everyone is going left, so you go right. Houston zagged with the James Harden teams by shooting more threes than any team ever before, and now they are doing it again. Every other team in the league is going smaller, but the Rockets are going bigger. Every other team is shooting more threes, but Houston is shooting less. This team is breaking the conventional wisdom of how teams are supposed to play in this new era of the NBA, and in doing so, they are becoming the exact team the entire NBA is afraid of. Last season in the playoffs, when the Rockets started their big lineup, the rest of the NBA thought it was a blip. Just a gimmicky lineup that won't last. This offseason, they doubled down on going big by trading away Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks to get 7-foot Kevin Durant. But this size and thematic change wasn't done. On September 22nd during minicamp, starting point guard and leader Fred VanVleet tore his ACL, thus putting the smallest player in their lineup on the shelf for the whole year. All the talk after this was Houston trading for a real point guard, somebody smaller like VanVleet to help this team manage. But like I said earlier, everyone telling the Rockets they needed to zig, they steered into their strength, into their size, and they zagged. How are they so different? And how is this difference creating such a problem for the NBA? Well, let's break it down. Let's start with their major offensive stats. Second in offensive rating, and fourth in points per game. But when you start to dig deeper, it gets a little weird. The league average is 38 3-point shots taken per team per game. The Rockets are shooting only 30 a game. The league average 3-point percentage is 35%. Houston has 41%. They are shooting less threes at a higher percentage than any other team. This is such a stark contrast to how the NBA has been evolving over the years. Since the 2008 season, where NBA teams averaged 18 threes a game, the league has steadily increased the threes taken to where we are now at 38. But this Houston team is spitting in the face of that trend. Logically, you would think they must lead the league in shooting twos then, right? Well, the amount of twos per game, yes, 60 twos a game versus the league average of 51. Percentage though, not even close. They rank 28th in the league on 2-point shot percentage at only 52%. The Lakers lead the league in shooting 62% from 2-point land. Now, I know what you're thinking. How in the hell are they this good on offense with very little threes and shooting that bad on twos? They are the best rebounding team we have seen in a long time. They lead the league in all aspects of rebounding. And this is all centered around their zag to the current NBA. Their size. Especially the double big lineup of Alperen Sengun and Steven Adams. Adams alone is rebounding 25% of the team's missed shots when he is in the game. When Sengun is in there with Adams, they are grabbing over 35% of the team's missed shots, and the whole team is north of 40%. These are the highest numbers we've seen in the NBA since, well, ever. They have a distinct advantage over every team in the league. So instead of following the trends, they doubled down on what they do best, and it is destroying teams. But this only works if you have some really good players, and that they do. To me, it all starts with their two-headed young star monster of Amen Thompson and Alperen Sengun. Thompson's stats have not made the mind-blowing leap people, aka me, were expecting. He's averaging 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. His shooting hasn't improved much from last year either, but the growth is still there. He has taken over most of the point guard duties and done so very well. He's pushing the pace when it's there, attacking when he has the advantage, and leading the team like a veteran. Add in his all-defensive first-team level play, and this kid is having a great season so far. But the real jump from last season has been Sengun, averaging 22 points, 9 rebounds, and leading the team in assists with 7 a game. When Thompson isn't pushing the pace at point, Sengun is bringing it up and beating teams down. His lowest assists in a game this season is 5. His highest is 14. He is distributing like a legit point guard. He is also shooting the best of his life in threes and from the free throw line. Sengun is showing the Rockets and the entire league that he can be a championship team's #1 option. With the jumps both of these two have made, you would think they would be leading the team in scoring or shooting or usage rate, right? No. That would be the guy in his 17th year who they traded for this summer in Kevin Durant. This is the perfect pairing at the perfect time. This KD can't carry the same load he used to, and the Rockets don't need or want that from him. He is averaging the least amount of minutes a game he has since his last Warriors season 8 years ago. This is also the lowest usage rate KD has had in his entire career. This is the team he needed at this stage of his career, and the Rockets are the team that needed him the most. In this era of the NBA, with superstars having the ball in their hands all the time, the Rockets again are zagging from the rest of the league. In the overall usage rate rankings, KD is ranked 32nd in the league, Sengun is 34th, and Thompson all the way down at 90th. Now, contrast this with the LA Lakers. Luka and Austin Reeves combined for a usage rate of 66.1. Sengun and KD, 52. Now I know what you're thinking, that's the Lakers with Luka and Reeves. Of course it looks like that. How about the Phoenix Suns then? With Devin Booker and Dillon Brooks, their usage rate is 60. This team is sharing the ball, sharing the scoring, and beating the crap out of you along the way. And it's not just this ball-handling trio of KD, Sengun, and Amen, and the beast of man in Steven Adams. This team is deep. Jabari Smith Jr. is having his own little breakout year too, averaging the most minutes, points, and assists of his career while also having his best three-point shooting season as well. Tari Eason has come back from injury and is looking like a man possessed, attacking the rim and guarding like his normal self, but now add in a league-leading 51% from the three-point line. That's a scary man coming off the bench for Houston. The unsung hero for this team is Josh Okogie. This is the most impactful he has been in his 9-year NBA career. Since moving into the starting lineup, he has really opened up this team and their rotations. If he keeps up this quality play, the Rockets have another top-notch role player. Last, but certainly not least, is the play of second-year guard Reed Sheppard. After the Van Vliet injury in September, all eyes in the NBA turned to Sheppard. Was he ready? Could he handle what was being placed on him? After a rough rookie season where he barely got any playing time, it was a lot to expect him to step in and take over for a savvy veteran leader like Van Vliet. And to start the season, it looked like he was not ready at all. In October, he averaged 10, 3, and 3 on very mediocre shooting. The shooting was the scary part. He looked rushed and afraid, two things a shooter cannot be.
Gets into the paint. There's Reed Sheppard. Ripped it away from him. Some early cookies for Reed. Then he shields Mikhailuk.
By 5, the Rockets are by far the best rebounding team in the league and on track to become the best rebounding team in history as Reed Sheppard beats the buzzer.
But luckily for him, the month turned to November and his game popped off, jumping his scoring to 15 a game, but his shooting is now where we all thought it would be, 53% from twos and 48% from three. With breakout games versus the Nuggets with 27 points, shooting 67% plus from the field, and 31, 9, and 5 in a hard-fought win over the Warriors, Reed is showing he is a real guy, a foundational piece to the Rockets' future and their title hopes this season. And that's the thing about this Rockets team. They didn't follow the trends, they didn't listen to the noise, and they didn't panic when their point guard went down. They zagged. They leaned into size, into rebounding, they leaned into versatility, they leaned into sharing the ball instead of forcing a star to save them, and now they're sitting here with a top-tier offense, the best rebounding team we've seen in decades, two rising young superstars, a rejuvenated Kevin Durant, and role players who don't just fit, they amplify everything Coach Ime Udoka wants to do. This is the nightmare scenario for the rest of the NBA. Because you can prepare for a super team, you can prepare for a heliocentric star. Hell, you can even prepare for a run-and-gun small ball team, but preparing for this, a giant, physical, relentless, unselfish, matchup-breaking monster, well, that's a completely different problem. The Rockets didn't just zag, they became exactly what the NBA is afraid of. Now, to see another team built to break the league's rules and dominate anyway, check out my video on the Oklahoma City Thunder and why their defense is flat out historic. And if you enjoyed this video, and you probably did since you're still watching, hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help us grow the channel and reach more NBA fans just like you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.